Hello world! I'm your host Bunny, this is Awesomenauts, and we're playing Derpl. Derpl in 1.4 became very powerful with his ability to stun people in siege mode when he shoots. And it's a passive. We like passives. Passives are really good. And we're gonna be playing as a health regen tank, pretty much. We're not gonna use health upgrades, which is a bit weird for a tank. But nonetheless, it's a very powerful build, simply because of the shield is what we're gonna be using instead. And shielding damage is essentially the same as getting health, since you reduce the damage and you would be taking equal amounts of damage compared to your health if you didn't have this shield. Did that make sense? It should make sense. Anyways, the first thing we took was Piggy Bank, Solar Tree, Siege Mode and Stun. And that Derpl got a little bit stuck in the middle. Good start for us. That will set the scene for the entire match, I suspect. And we have a Yuri going on as well, as you just saw. We're not gonna bother too much with him. If we can catch him, we're gonna catch him, but we're not gonna chase him down. Simply because Yuri is very mobile and the siege mode Derpl is very immobile, so there's no reason to do so. We are, however, gonna go get health. And there we go. And here comes Derpl again. However, I have stun, he doesn't, I know that now, and I'm not too worried about this. If I'm lucky, I'm lucky. There we go. A quick kill again, and there was little he could do. So we're gonna get the range upgrade for the turrets. And health back up, and back into the lane. So, I'm not sure how I feel about this Derpl, because he's very powerful on his own, and with the Voltar in background, he feels incredibly powerful. And down goes Yuri because of stuns. This is why we take the stun first and don't care for the blast. And back we go. I saw a Derpl, and we're not gonna challenge him if we can. And I need to stop flying in the wrong direction. Let's go here instead. Hope there's something here. There isn't. Let's wait for it. And there we go. Health back. Inconvenient to get killed by a turret this early, but little I can do. And we're gonna be chasing Leon around. Leon isn't too much of a worry because there's very little Leon can do, especially since he needs to go into melee to reach me. And this was inconvenient to get stuck with, and whoops. I'm not gonna feel too sorry about bots, because you should not be running around under there if anyone is close to the button. That's just plain stupid. Can I reach him? I can reach him. That means we can kill him. And no, I missed him. That's okay. I suspect Froggy G will take him down, and so he does. That's okay. And there's a little Lone Star. Can we get him? No stun so far. There's a stun, and someone else took his place. Oh well. Not too concerned. I'm sitting on a good amount of solar, and I currently really don't feel like I need to go back anywhere either if I can avoid it. I mean, there are more upgrades to take, but the upgrades aren't essential because they're survivability upgrades at this point, and if I'm already surviving, why would I bother trying to get more survival before I have to? Can I reach from here? No, I can't. I'm supposed to. And down goes Leon because he tries to grab me. And again, this is a very powerful siege mode. Let's take the shields. No, let's take the blast and health regen instead, because health regen will let us stay longer in the lane, and our big blast is just very useful to have. Not gonna rely too much on it. It's just one of those, if there's a big group and we need to get rid of everything, then might as well blast it off. But the difference is that this is not a blast build, and now they have a Voltar as well, and I'm kind of stuck here. That was inconvenient. I suspect he might have taken stuns as well at this point, and I should have foreseen that. Oh well. That's okay. 4-1. I'm okay with that kill death ratio at this point. So now we know Voltar is in there as well, and he's healing focused, and that's a good thing because that means he's not too focused on solar, which means we can get ahead of him. And that is how you beat a Voltar quickly. Simply get ahead, stay ahead. It sounds so simple, but you have to do it as well. Let's see what we can catch. There's someone down here, and down goes Leon. Can we get him in here? He's... oh, so close, so close. Not gonna move out from there, because I think we can take down Derpl, and so we can. Now we're gonna move out. For some reason, I'm not sure why I ran away from that, because I saw Voltar didn't have any drones or anything to kill me with. I could have used attacked him as well. Oh well, mistakes happen, and it's one of those things that I told you about when we played Voltar, that if you just body hug someone, people will run away. That works for me as well. It scares me if I'm low on health, even if I have nothing to fear. It's just one of those natural reactions you have. And Leon trying to be funny. Very little he can do. And here comes Derpl again. Derpl 1-on-2, that's not gonna go well for him. However, clearly the bot is retarded. Thankfully we have Froggy G to help out. The day I understand why they programmed the Leon bot the way they did, because he's not great. Compared to Clunk bot, he's just a failure. Simple as that. Now might be a good time to move. We see if we can... no, we couldn't get away the blast. That's okay, no stress. We are regenerating health at this point, so we're not in a hurry to disappear. We're just gonna go away out of their vision for a little bit. And there we're back up to almost half health. Let's go back before Leon takes us. And he missed. Lucky me. And what do we take? We take more shield. So, back to the lane. Now we have more health, even though our enemy can't see it. As long as we stay in siege mode, it's more health. And we're also regenerating at the same time, which means we will doing a lot better. Well-timed Froggy G there. There's very little that this Derpl can do against us, and we're missing Voltar just by a little bit. That's okay though. Voltar can't really do anything at this point, and he teleported away, which gives us free reign on the turret. So, as you've seen, at 5-1, this is a very, very powerful build, and it's very, very simple as well. There's very little anyone can do about it if they don't group up on you and you don't have any backup. Thankfully, Froggy G here has been providing me with backup for a long time. Also, I've noticed this little bit, that when our droids die, I'm actually out of range from the turret. Which is exploiting in some way, I'd say. But then again, no one's coming around, so I'm not gonna feel too bad about it. They're busy up there on the top lane, and I can take this out on my own without being too worried about anything. So, I'm not feeling too bad about it. I just wanted to point out that it's there and I feel it's an exploit. That's why you're gonna stay here for a little bit, see if anyone comes. Nope. That means I would have taken it anyway, pretty much, so I'm okay with that. And again, Derpl in your face. A little bit of help from the super droid, and I'm totally okay with being 2-on-1, or, well, 2-on-2 in this case, but what could Voltar do? So, we're gonna be pushing the last little bit and kind of wrap this up. This is how I play a good Derpl, and he's effective in most cases. It's all about positioning, and if you have very offensive enemies that are really onto you and chasing you down, you might want to stay behind turrets or stay with people at all times, but that's a little back and forth depending on how you play it. And as you can see, I'm just sitting on 600 solar, and I have no need to go back to get anything else. I'm not even sure what I would get at this point. I'd probably upgrade the blast, but that's as bad as it would get. So, that's a solid build for Derpl in my opinion, and for the sake of argument, I want to point out that I'm also level 17, whereas the nearest one is level 14, so regardless, it's a very powerful build. Again, you've been the audience, I've been the host, this has been Awesomenauts. Toodles!